the maintenance of that 50 pounds or going beyond that 50 pounds, I feel like that is where the like the
Yeah.
giving myself the bandwidth to stick with it, the bandwidth to stay on this way of being for the long term. I think that that's like when we talk about a lifestyle change versus a diet, like to me, lifestyle change means like you have made a change in your lifestyle and you're doing it differently this time. And
Yeah.
for me, the GLP-1 helps the lifestyle change of it all to stick. Like if not, it's just a diet. I'm just doing it for 6 months and losing 50 pounds and then I fall apart and like
Mhm.
go do whatever,
Yeah.
right? So the I feel like the GLP-1 helps to keep me like it's the marathon, not the sprint. Like I
Yeah.
don't mind taking it slow, but I feel like the GLP-1 is like gives me the guardrails to like give myself a chance to like get beyond what I can do when I just white knuckle it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. I mean, we like to say that the GLP-1 medication is a jetpack for positive behavior change, right? I
Yeah.
mean, we all know um, sort of the movement we should be doing. We know the nutrition we should be eating. But I think what's really amazing with the GLP-1 medication as well is that not only does it give you that jetpack, but we actually are seeing in the data true changes in patients' preferences, their
Yeah.
tastes, right? Their cravings. So cravings for fatty, fried, sweet foods go away. And people say for the first time, like, I actually like craved salad. Like I wanted
That's weird.
vegetables,
Yeah.
right? And it's just, I
Mine
think the
is Brussels
time
sprouts. I don't know what it
Brussels,
is.
No, I
yeah.
craved it all. I craved salad when I was heavier, but I also craved a lot of cake.
Listen, girl.
A
Yeah.
lot.
Hey, life ain't worth
But
living without some
now I'm okay.
cake.
Well, you know,
Yep.
I think that the other thing too, food noise,
Yeah.
we are learning more and more about the relationship between GLP-1s and food noise. And I don't think that we can like over talk about it, right? At Roe,
Mhm.
we were hearing from our patients, we met with leading experts to better characterize it and came up with the RAID FN scale. And that is really important because
Yeah.
it's hard to tell someone about something and it's hard to treat something if you can't really describe it, if you can't measure it, right? And so having that 7-question scale, which is focusing on things like persistent and whether or not the thoughts are unwanted and intrusive,
Mhm.
help to give a language and a framework to patients, right?
Yeah.
And so now people can say, well, I didn't know about that. I know about it, but I can also measure it. When you measure it, you can study it. When you can study it, you can improve it, right?
Mm.
And then doctors can treat it. And so we are in this era, which is kind of interesting to think about. Like obesity and overweight have always been here.
Yeah.
But the GLP-1s are like a flashlight. They're like shining a light into the corners and the nooks and crannies and the bias and the stigmas and like the lack of information that we've had, even from a medical perspective, and helping us understand more about the connection between the gut and the brain, between fat cells, fat tissue, adipose tissue, and the brain and the gut. And it's truly amazing to see and hear from patients about how their bodies have changed, how their thoughts, whether it's food noise or food cravings, have changed with this medication because it helps us learn a little bit more about how the body works.
Yeah.
When we think about why are they having, the changes and the persistence of them, which is also awesome.
Yeah. I love
I
it.
think that for anyone who's listening who doesn't know what food noise feels like, I have the example that I would like to share is that over the holidays, I was invited to a cookie party, and the way the day had gone, I didn't eat all day. And so I arrived to this cookie party, and it was literally a cookie party, like the cutest cookies, like everything's so cute, cute cookie
Oh,
competition,
of course.
and it's like rooms full of cookies, just cookies, cookies. Oh, cookies, so many cookies. And I knew I needed to eat, but I needed to eat real food. Like
Mhm.
so if I were not treating my obesity with a GLP-1, then that would have been an experience where like all night, like I was just like eating cookies because
Yeah.
I was because of the way food and eating and all that is just a trigger. Like I wouldn't have had the bandwidth to say like, hang out, have a good time, like enjoy this. And after this, you're gonna go and get like whatever you're gonna get. That's gonna be
Yeah.
like a protein and vegetables. It's gonna be warm. It's gonna be nourishing. Like it's snowing today, like that sort of thing. Like that split second of bandwidth to be like, oh, I'm just like not gonna have any cookies. That
Yeah.
was the GLP-1. And that was the food noise not being there. Like I was able to like claw through and
Yeah.
like make a supportive choice for my body. It wasn't about the
Absolutely. That
cookies
is
or
so
not, but
powerful. Yes.
that.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, and I think what's great is like too, like we had an episode, we always try to do an episode before the holidays to help people kind of understand about like you're gonna be with your family. They're gonna say things. And like I always talk about how like the first time I was on this and I went to dinner and to Thanksgiving dinner and I wasn't eating a lot and I would only have a few bites of like different things. I just kind of like fill the plate with everything. But people feel about their food, right? Like
Mhm.
whether they're eating it or they've made it, like they have emotions about it. It
Don't
was
eat
their
their
hard
cake,
work, right?
don't
So
eat
when
your
you don't
yeah.
eat a lot, right? Like when you don't eat a lot of that food, then people are like, why aren't you eating my food? Like, is it gross? Do you not like it? And it's not. It's just because I'm satisfied, right? Like it's just I need a couple bites and then I'm done. But most people like are, especially if they have obesity, like, were you on that shot? You know, and that's like something we always have to think about is like how you're going to handle that. But I
Mm.
do think that's the power of it, right? It's like you are in control because I don't think I was before. I feel like, and it's not that I'm trying to like dodge accountability. That's a thing, right? It's more
Yeah.
just that the majority of my noise and the majority of my actions was driven by my disease. Like it just, and I think that's helped me with like healing and forgiving myself a lot. You know, it's just knowing that and that control piece, right? And you made it perfect. It's like you have sort of like the foresight, you have the minute, you have the space and the silence to go, what different decision am I empowered to make? Right? I
Yeah.
can have a couple cookies and you know what? I'm gonna go get my nutrition after. It's all right. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
There's
feel
no
like the
food
thing
funeral. I call it
say that
there's no food funeral. You know how that
Food
used to be
funeral. Yeah.
the diet culture that really got me was the notion of a cheat day.
Yeah.
Mm.
And those cheat days would
Right.
turn into cheat weeks, right?
Yes.
But the notion of it all is like I would white knuckle so much for like 3, 4, 5 days. By day
Yeah.
6, it was hog wild. I knew it was time to go butt freaking wild. And that didn't sound appropriate, did it?
I mean, it kind of did. We talk about BBW, you know.
It was very, yes,
Yes.
intense.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I knew, hey, you know what? I could inhale a whole bag of cookies. I don't care. It's
And
my
that
cheat day.
there's a reason for
And that
that.
was
Like
not good for you
scientifically though,
either.
right? Like
Yeah,
it's
I
like
mean, I think the
ghrelin or
one
something,
thing
right?
that people, well, yes, ghrelin is very, very, very strong. And I like to think of ghrelin as, it sounds like a monster, right? It's like,
Yeah.
ghrelin,
It's not a
big G,
gremlin.
it's the
Like the
growling in your
gremlin.
stomach. It's the
Yeah.
gremlin, exactly. And I think, the GLP-1, so we've talked about like quieting the food noise. But I think the other thing that the medication does that we don't hear as much about is if you think about the messages coming from your stomach and your gut to your brain, right? One message are things like food noise and
Mhm.
cravings, which the GLP-1s turn down, right? But
Yeah.
another huge message is the I'm full. Like
Yeah.
not just I'm full, but I'm full and I'm satisfied, right?
Yeah.
Satiety is saying I feel good, like I'm satisfied. And I think that what people don't talk about is how much GLP-1s turn up that message. So when
Yes.
you are saying like I have to keep eating, it's a combination, yes, of the food noise of like there are cookies. I want another cookie. Ooh, what
Yeah.
about that cookie? I didn't try that cookie, right? And I describe that to people as imagine you when you first put on your clothes, right? You feel everything that you put on. But then throughout the
Right.
day, I'm not sitting here being like, I'm wearing a sweater, I'm wearing pants. But
Yes.
let something be uncomfortable and all day you're like, oh my gosh, I gotta take off these pants, right? It's just
So
there.
basically with your bra, always your bra.
It's
It's
like,
like that.
can I take this off, right? Like
Always
just
the
all
bra.
day.
It's
That
always
is like food noise, right? Which is
yes.
like, it's just
True.
your brain never
Always
turns
there.
off the signal of like, you need to eat, right?